All right, Ben, this is where you guys wanted to be, where you worked hard all season. What's it like to be right back where you want to be?
It's huge. It just kind of speaks to our consistency. It speaks to Coach Swinney's success. It speaks to the leadership of this team. It speaks to us as a defense that we were able to reload like we said we were going to do. It speaks to me being a man of my word. I said it last year, we're going to be back, and we're back. So it's huge for us. We're super ready for this matchup. We know what Alabama brings to the table and how talented they are, and the successes they've had. We're ready to go play.
A lot like Derrick Henry, Bo Scarborough looks like a load.
Right. No, they're very similar size, their running ability. He's a big dude. We got some big dudes on defense too. So he's definitely a great player for them. They're pretty loaded at running back. There's more than just him though. There are a couple other guys that can tote the rock too. So we're ready for that. Probably him and James Conner are definitely probably the biggest backs we'll face this year. So we're ready for it.
The change in coordinator, I mean, how much does that affect the play calling, do you feel? I mean, how much does it affect the tendencies? Does it affect anything if you being on the field as a defensive player?
I don't know. That's up for Coach V to deal with. He's just going to give me the call and I get everybody lined up. So I'm not sure how that's their deal. So I really don't know.
And on those running backs, when you have Harris, Hurst, and Scarborough, like three threats that can run the ball at any time, have you guys dealt with anything like that this year? And how do you deal with three guys that are kind of different but can all hurt you in different ways?
Well, you named three guys, and Ohio State had Weber, JT Barrett, and Samuel. So last week, so that's all I got really dealt with it a couple days ago. So we shut them down. So I think we'll be ready.
Any thoughts on facing a team again that you saw a year ago? So you have that in your mind. Is there, in other words, a different feeling getting ready for this team this year because you have some reference point to a lot of the guys who are back that you're going to see across the ball?
I don't know. We don't really focus on too much on last year. They're definitely a different team. They got some different variations in their scheme with their players and schematically. So you watch the film last year and you think of some things that they might do to expose us. But they lost a lot of guys last year, so did we. So it's kind of entirely a new team. They might return a couple guys, but Jalen Hurts is an entirely new quarterback than Coker was last year, completely different. So they're going to do things that fits him well that might have fit Coker better. So it's kind of a different game plan in some areas. So there's not much to change.
Does Hurts kind of remind you of someone you've seen this year? Have you kind of made a mental note of who maybe you've seen this year that you compare him to?
I mean, you think of any dual threat guy. He's obviously not as big as Barrett or Jared Evans, but they're similar in the things they can do. I don't know how big is he, like 6'1"?
Yeah, 6'1" or 6'2".
Like probably $190, 200 pounds maybe. So, but I think he's a little more athletic than those guys, a lot quicker. So he's probably more of an athlete. So I mean, similar to Barrett, but I think he's probably faster than Barrett. And can probably do a little more on his legs. I don't know if he can take as much as Barrett could, because Barrett had probably 30 more pounds on him. But I think they're very athletic guys. So similar. I think Hurts maybe can throw it a little better. So we're ready for that when we know the challenge he presents.
This process for you guys, because you've been through it now, and again, just kind of think back, a year ago, going to a semifinal game, even though it was a bowl game, it was still going to a championship game, whatever. But I mean, do you feel just kind of a comfort? Almost
Right.
like you're taking a sophomore class instead of a freshman.
Absolutely, and that's what I've been saying all year. This